Every human being begins as a single cell. From that one cell emerges a body which is made up of trillions of cells, a brain capable of thought, memory, emotion, creativity, and a life that feels deeply personal and unique. And yet, every cell carries the same molecule, which is DNA. A molecule so small that it is invisible to the naked eye, yet so information dense that it encodes the entire architecture of life. Today, I want to take you on a journey from a simple physics experiment to a famous movie moment, and finally into the real frontier of modern biology, the human genome atlas, and what it means for the future of humanity. Now, when white light passes through a prism, it splits into 7 colors that we all know. At first glance, it feels like magic, but the truth is far more simpler and far more profound. The prism does not create color. The color is always present, compressed inside the white light. All the prism does is to reveal what is hidden inside. This is one of the most important ideas of all biology. Information can exist silently until the right system allows it to express itself. DNA works the same way. DNA is not just a chemical, it is a language. It is written in just 4 letters, A, T, C, and G. They are chemical bases that stand for adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. With only 4 letters, DNA writes instructions that builds all the structures in our body. Genes are specific segments in the DNA that encode proteins. Proteins are the workers of life. They fold into precise 3-dimensional shapes and perform functions with extraordinary accuracy like cutting, binding, signaling, repairing, and defending. But here is a subtle truth. Genes don't act alone. Genes are tightly regulated. Now comes the interesting topic of gene expression. Every cell in our body contains the same DNA. Yet, a neuron does not behave like a liver cell. A muscle cell does not behave like a skin cell. Why? Because cells do not read the entire genome at once. They selectively read parts of it, which is called gene expression. Some genes are active, some are silent, some are expressed briefly, some are expressed throughout life. The regulation depends on the cell's role, chemical signal, mechanical forces, nutrition, stress, age, and disease. This means DNA is not a rigid destiny. DNA is a responsive system. Like white light, it contains enormous potential. Like the prism, biology determines what part of the potential becomes real. Now, let's come to our favorite part. Let's watch a movie that has enthralled millions of fans like me. The movie Jurassic Park.
Blood. Just one drop of your blood contains billions of strands of DNA, the building blocks of life. A DNA strand like me is a blueprint for building a living thing. And sometimes animals that went extinct millions of years ago, like dinosaurs, left their blueprints behind for us to find. We just had to know where to look. 100 million years ago, there were mosquitoes, just like today.
How we stood in line to get the tickets and how Steven Spielberg enveloped us with his magical movie. In this movie, DNA is portrayed as the ultimate blueprint. Extract it, read it, and you can recreate life. The movie exaggerates, but the core concept is correct. DNA stores history. In principle, if you know the sequence and how it is regulated, you can understand how an organism is built. But what the movie does not show is that DNA alone is not enough. Context matters, regulation matters, and expression matters. So, life is not just a code, it is how the code is being read. For a long time, scientists believed that sequencing the human genome meant finding a single reference sequence. But humanity is not a single sequence. We are a variation which is meant to be celebrated. The Human Genome Atlas represents a shift in mindset and thinking. Instead of one genome, we now map many genomes from different populations, capturing the structural differences, repetitions, rearrangements, etc., etc. This atlas does not just tell us what genes exist. It tells us how genes vary, how they are regulated, and how they behave in real tissue, in real people. Modern genomics is no longer just about reading DNA letters. It is about understanding the underlying principle of these genes. We now can combine the DNA sequence, DNA expression data, protein structure, and the cellular location. With single cell technology, we can ask which gene are active in this exact cell at this exact moment. This turns the genome into a living, dynamic map than a static book. The future implications are extraordinary. Imagine medicine where cancers are classified by the molecular behavior, not just location. Treatments are chosen based on the patient's unique genetic and cellular profile. Rare diseases are diagnosed in days instead of years, and preventive care is personalized long before illness appears. This is not the future. It is happening now, and medicine has become so advanced beyond belief. But with this power comes responsibility. Genetic knowledge must be used ethically. It must be shared equitably, and we must respect privacy and take proper consent. Now, let's return to the prism for one final time. White light contains all colors. The prism reveals them. It is by the principle of refraction. Light bends twice as it enters and exits the glass, slowing down in the denser glass and speeding up as it enters the air, causing dispersion of white light into different colors. This is because each color bends at a slightly different angle because of its unique wavelength, resulting in the iconic rainbow effect. DNA contains all instructions, all the cells, environment, and time which reveals them. The Human Genome Atlas is us humans refining our prism, building a better way to see, understand, and responsibly use the hidden spectrum which lies within us. We are not just decoding life, we are learning how life becomes itself. As we understand genes and DNA more deeply, one truth definitely becomes clear. Wellness is not just about treating disease. It is about understanding the pattern beneath health and illness. The Wellness Oracle is basically built on this very idea that when we learn to read the signals of our body, the genome, and the environment together, we move from reaction to basic awareness. So, genes are not the final verdict. They are a conversation between biology, lifestyle, environment, and time. So, in the next video, we will explore epigenetics, how our own lifestyle choices like food, sleep, exercise, stress, and environment can switch genes on and off without changing the DNA itself. It is where science meets daily life and where prevention truly begins. So until next time, take care.